Hi everyone, welcome to VizagStudents, and today we are discussing about Python programming basics. And today we are using a PyCharm IDE, which is a open source and free to use. And you can see our installation steps in our previous video, and you can see how you can run different programs here there as well. And today's session we will be discussing about some introduction to Python, like to get the Python version, you can use py version in the command prompt to get the Python version. Currently, we are using Python 3, and why Python is used and where Python is used. These are the two major questions you will get whenever you will go to any new programming language. Just like other programming languages, Python can be used in web development, software development, and mathematics, and big data, and A and ML, artificial intelligence, and machine learning. So, in all aspects, you can use Python, different use cases. Okay, and coming to why Python? Why Python? Python works in different platforms like Windows, Mac, Linux, Raspberry Pi, etc. And you can code low-level programming language with Python, so that's very good. And its syntax is very simple and easy to understand. Anybody can read the syntax if they know any of the programming language before. And it have a massive collection of libraries. Okay, for example, if you see the testing frameworks, it will support pytest, selenium, and sprinter, etc. And the similar way in data science use cases, there are some n number of libraries you can use: numpy, panda, sympy, scipy, pybrine, matplotlib, tensorflow, pytorch. These things will be added, newly added. Maybe you can see like OpenChat, ChatGPT is newly evolved, one of the artificial intelligence bot. It can be integrated with Python easily. So the integration is very easy with Python. You can use integration with .NET libraries as well. Sorry, .NET code as well. And active community, Python having a very active community nowadays. You can get questions answered very fast in Stack Overflow or Stack. Any of the Discord channels are available. We'll share the links in description soon, so you can do everything with Python. And Python hello world, you can write a simple program using something. For example, I want to print something here. Print, just click enter, it's printing. Okay, that's how it's very easy to write programs in Python. And for example, tutorials like in Google, you will find most of the tutorials. I am also getting it from W3 schools mostly because I don't want to do the rework. I am also learning Python, so it's I can understand what I need and what I don't need. Okay, first I need very simple programs to understand and grasp the programming pattern. Okay, coming to this one, I created a simple basic project in PyCharm, and it automatically creates this main.py. I deleted some of the code here which is not needed. For example, if you want to print hello world in Python, just like print, you can write hello world, just save it, and you need to select which file, or you can just right click and run file in Python console. So it will run that file and it will display the result. Okay, if you see this one, see, this is how it executed that particular Python file. Okay, here hello world is our output. You can print different things. For example, if you want to add two numbers, you can add it here, 2 plus 3. And if you want to do something like if you want to say like adding values 2 and 3, comma, just like that, run that one. So adding two values, so something like this. Okay, and coming to the next one, first we need to understand syntax of Python. Okay, what is the Python syntax? Is nothing but how you will write the code and what is the use cases. So what are the use cases? For example, in Java programming language, you will use semicolons at the end. Okay, you will use semicolon something like this. But in Python, you don't need that semicolons. You just need click enter. So that new line. So you need to terminate this particular line. For example, you can write a simple program something like this. Simple if loop I'm writing here. So here no need of any curly braces and everything. If 5 is greater than 2, 5 is greater than 2, just need to print. See, so it will print 5 is greater than 2. If there will be no starting and ending braces for this one. You can say 10, save it and run it. So it's not printing anything because this condition is not satisfied. In the similar way, if you want to do comments, okay. For example, this one I'm commenting something like this. This will print hello world text. You can place it here and also you can place it here. You can comment anything but comment in a proper way so that will be easy to understand later. For example, if you want to multiple multi-line comments, okay, then you can say testing comments, testing comments, testing comments. See, comments not included in your file. So everything commented, this is how you can comment to the lines. Normally what people will do is this multi-line he will be here. I'm pressing Ctrl Z, it will work here and I'm just pasting here. Here you can see like date, other, version, application name. I mean, you can define everything so that will be easy to understand by the other developers who will be part of your project in soon. Okay, that's how comment section will work in Python. And for example, just like that, in previous condition we used if condition, right? Indentation. This is nothing but indentation. That's how this is how indentation will work. For example, if we see when you see this file, right, everything looks fine, no issues. But while running this one, 5 is greater than 2, 5 is greater than 2. So, for example, if you want to comment this particular line, okay, I want to comment this particular line that just place like this. So, if you run this one, see, there is some indentation error, unexpected indent, this one. So, this is how it will work. For example, if you remove this particular line and see how it will go. I'm just trial and error method. That's how you will learn a new programming language. Because you given extra spaces here, that's why we got that error. I'm reviewing everything and saving it and running it again. See, it's got executed. But if you say different indentation, you will get an error. Okay, that's how it will work. And the next is comments we covered. Then we'll go into variables. Variables are nothing but content to store data and values. Okay, variables. Variables are containers for storing data values. That's how people will define it. So, for example, if you want to store a value, just like for example, if you want to store your name in a name variable, then you need to do something, right? For example, I'm creating a name variable, name one equal to something like Sachin. But you need to say, is it a string or an integer? How this will know? For example, if you pass something like this in single quotes, then this will be a string. Okay. For example, if you pass something like this, then this will be an integer. Okay. Name 2, if you pass something like Dhoni, this will be also string. This is also string. If you can use double quotes also. So this is how it will work. So you created three variables. First variable is holding a value Sachin, and second variable is a number. It is holding a value 3, and another variable name 2, which is holding a value Dhoni. For example, if you want to print all these variables, you can directly print name 1, name 2, number 1. Okay, it's throwing error because there is no variable. Okay, number. If you run this one, it will print Sachin Dhoni 3. But you don't want to use three lines. Okay, then you can say name 1 comma name 2 comma number 1. You can save it and run it. Sachin Dhoni 3. So in a single line we print all the values. Okay, that's how it will work. You can give spaces here and see what will happen. See, space not counted. But instead of comma, if you give plus sign, we got some error. Okay, I will explain about this error later. Typecast error. We'll discuss about this error later. Okay. For now, I'm printing name 1 and name 2 using this. Okay. I'm deleting number 1 here. See, Sachin and Dhoni. And you can say, okay, Sachin and Dhoni. And next thing, variables. For example, you want to create a variables like string, integer, and float. Okay. You want to define the variable type as well. Okay. At that time, you will use something like this. See here, if you say str of 3, then this will be a string. If you say int of 3, it will be an integer. Okay. And if you say float, float will always hold decimal value. Float is nothing but which is having a decimal value, we call it as float. Float 3 means it will consider a 3.0. This is how you will create variables with type, string type, integer type, float type. Okay, this is how you will create a variables with type. This is how we will create variables type. So why I'm writing everything in comment section, because this is how you need to work on very large projects. But for example, this is a simple one file that's very easy to understand. If you have multiple files, it's very hard to digest what is happened, what the developer written there. So that's how it will work. For example, now in your runtime, you want to know what is that particular variable data type. What is that particular variable data type? How you will find it? So for example, if you want to get the variable data type of x, okay, then type of x. So what it will do is it will print the data type value, data type, okay. It is a string. See, this is how it will print. This is a string. Okay, in this same thing applies for other values as well. I'm printing all the things x, y, z. So you will see what will happen. Okay, see, class string is x, class integer is y, class float is g. That's how it will work. For example, if you want to say x data type is, it should be in quotes. You can say comma here. I'm writing everything, okay, so you will understand is it x, y, g. Just run it and see x data type is class string, y data type is class this one, z data type is class this. And you can do one more thing. Instead of writing these many print commands, you can say this also works. Using a single line, you can print everything. In Python, you can do same thing in multiple ways. You have to decide which one is better suits for you. Okay. In the same way, case sensitive. Python is a case sensitive. Case sensitive means A is different and A is not equal to capital A. Okay, lowercase will hold specific value. For example, if I say A equal to 100 and capital A equal to 20. In this case, both are different. Okay, if you print small a here, you'll get one value. See, small a prints 100. For capital A, uppercase letter, you are having a value called 20. So both are variables are different. For example, if you say a equal to 30, then what will happen? It should be replaced. See, a value got replaced in this line, 41st line. 39th line we have 100 and here we have 30, so it's taking this value as a precedence. That's how it will work. So to remember, Python is case sensitive, so every variable, okay, this is how it will work. And defining a variable is okay, but how you will have a variable name? Okay, variable name, there are couple of rules. You can say couple of instructions from Python, something like this. A variable name must start with a letter or underscore character. And variable name cannot start with a number. And variable name can only contain alphanumeric values. I'm just commenting all the lines here. So everything in comment section. And variable names can only contain alphanumeric values at like A to Z, 0 to 9 and underscore, okay? Variables names are case sensitive. Age is different, capital A, G is different, everything uppercase is completely different. So you need to understand the case sensitive scenario how it will work. So This is how you can name your variables. You can say my var, my underscore var, you can say my var, you can say, or my var. Camel case, Pascal case, and also you can say snake case. Different value. This will be the snake case. This is camel case. This is Pascal case. So that is how this is how it will work. Okay, and then assigning multiple values to variables. See, for example, I created a three variables: a equal to 1, b equal to 2, and c equal to 3. So I used three lines of code, and if you want to print, again I need to use three lines to print each and everything, or I can do it one line. So instead of doing this, a comma b comma c, if I run this one, it will print 1 2 3. Instead of this, I want to assign three different variables with two different names. Something like it's like I want to make sure like by the assigning values to multiple variables in one line. Assigning same, for example, x comma y comma g equal to 4 comma 5 comma 6. So what will happen here? X will hold the value of 4, and y will hold the value of x comma y comma g. If we print, it will print 4 5 6. So here x will hold the value of 4, y will hold the value of 5, and g will hold the value of 6. That so this very easy to assign a value. Okay, assign multiple values in a single line, and this is what we call printing multiple values using single line of code, you can say. See, you need to comment for better understanding, but don't spam your code with comment section. Okay, proper comments will be very useful for your next couple of developers, you can say. And another one is if you want to assign a same value to multiple variables. For example, I'm assigning same value to multiple variables. How it will be done? So I'm thinking about variable names. How I can say vs fruit 1. Okay, vs underscore fruit fruit 2, vs fruit 3. So I want to assign all these for orange. Okay, so now what happens is all three variables will hold same value. Okay, if I print this one, sorry, this is not comma, this will be equal to. Okay, see, vs fruit 1 is holding orange, vs fruit 2 is holding orange, and fruit 3 is holding orange. This is how you will assign single value to multiple variables. Okay, and then if you have a collection of values in a list, Python allows you to extract the values into variables. This is called unpacking. Unpacking in Python. See, for example, here fruits hold three values: apple, banana, and cherry. All are part of these particular fruits. Okay. When you say XYZ fruits, it automatically assign X value to apple, banana value to Y, and cherry to G. For example, if you print X, it will print apple. If you print Y, it will print banana. If you print Z, it will print cherry. For example, if you want to change this value, apple 1, banana 2, cherry 3, X value will be, okay, Y value will be, G value will be. I'm just running this one. I'm missing comma there. Just place it here and it will show what's the error. See, comma or braces are expected. If you run this one, see, X value will be apple 1, Y value will be banana 2, and XY, right? Y. This is the issue with copy pasting. You need to be extremely scared. X, Y, Z. Okay. And I want to do one more thing. Print fruits. What will happen? I'm printing these fruits. See, it printed an array for me: apple, banana, and cherry. This is how you can use this particular list to hold more than one value: apple, banana, cherry. You can say like that, and you can print the values at a single time easily. And outputting variables. We already discussed this one, like print commands. You can use print command to output any variable value. And okay, I said typecasting, right? There is a error. While, for example, now we will discuss about typecast. For example, I have a value called a already used. I can use no issue. A equal to some 10 and b equal to, I say, some name here against the string value. If you want to print a plus b, exit with code 1, print x plus y. Previously we got one error. See, yeah. See, type error, unsupported operand types, plus. So plus should be used when there is will be both are numbers. Okay, this is a string and this is a number. For example, this is a string value, this is a number. So you cannot concatenate or add string and number. For that, you need to convert one of them. Okay, you need to convert one of them. So how you can convert typecasting a variables? That's you need to see that one. Wait one second. Typecast. We already used somewhere the typecasting. Yeah, this is what we call typecasting. Okay, we are converting this particular 3 to string 3, this particular integer 3 to 3. To get proper understanding, I will use both are 10 and 20. I'm running this unsupported operands. Now I want to typecast this to integer. Int of this. If I run this one, I'll get 30. Okay. For example, there will be another scenario. I will be using C equal to Vizag and D equal to students. If I print this value C plus D, what will happen? See, it is printing C plus D in what you call VizagStudents. Now I have a value called 20 here on D and I'm trying same thing. See, it's printing Vizag 20. But if I typecast this to integer, again I am trying to print. It's working. But if I say, see, it's not executed at all, okay? This print function not it. I will be do this something like this print start. So I will know is it printing or not. Its lines got executed or not. See, I got start but I didn't get end. So basically what happens, there is some error, so it's completely ignoring this one. If I say double quotes here, same thing, same issue. C plus D is not working. But if I say str here, see Vizag 20, so str is working. So this is how typecast will work. So you have to be careful with that. So that's how in and the final thing is Python data types. Python have very few data types when compared with Java. That's what I feel, but they are very robust. I mean, robust means they're very good at it, what we are doing. For example, text type string, numeric types we have int, float, complex, and sequence types we have list, tuple, range. Mapping type we have dictionaries. It will allow just like we have array list, maps and Java, linked list and everything, but we have sequence type list, tuple and range, and mapping type dictionary, and set types we have set, simple set and frozen set, and boolean true or false, and binary types bytes, byte array and memory view. We'll discuss this later, and none type. These are the types in where Python data types. So we'll work on these types later in the section, and at the end I will be closing by simple program creation in Python. Just click on new and click on Python file. You can say something like you have to pass the file name and click on Python file. It will create a Python file for you. So there are some errors. Okay, ignore these. To get the comments right, 1, 2, 3, enter, and you can place it here. So it will be commented. So here I want to do a proper program. num1 equal to 100, num2 equal to 200, and I want to sum both. I want to add 100 plus num1 plus num2 subtraction, something like that. num1 minus num2 division num1 by num2 multiplication num1 into num2. You can use different, okay? So I want to print all these values. Print sum1, sub1, div1, multiplication 1. Okay, just run this one. It won't work. Why? You're you're having main here. You don't have this one, arithmetic operator. So you have to right click on the file and click this one, run. Then it will run this particular file. Okay, the first sum is 300 and minus 100 and 0.5 and then 20,000. So this how you will output the values. You can do lot of things. You can have a you can try as exercise. You can have a plus b whole square functionality you can do. Okay, or you can perform different functions. Creating a function you can do in our next session. So basically just try to do some things like using this particular files or using this video. Just try to execute these files and how it is behaving, Python behaving. You will get some idea and understanding. And thank you very much. Please subscribe to VizagStudents, and we'll come back with a new session soon. And thank you very much.